Welcome back to the Gavel. The main entrance of the National Assembly was on lockdown for 4 days during the week as protesters besieged the National Assembly, demanding that their voices be heard. The protesters were from two camps: the pro-Senate President protesters and the anti-Senate President protesters. The entrance of the National Assembly was besieged by protesters during the week. Different placard-carrying groups marched to the National Assembly, demanding that their voices be heard. But the protesters were not allowed to proceed beyond the main gates of the National Assembly. Undeterred, this group is protesting against the trial of the Senate President Bukola Saraki at the Code of Conduct Tribunal.
What we see in this contrived fight against corruption is nothing but a mere witch hunt. The way and manner this President of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is being needlessly persecuted. We are very much aware of the circumstances that surrounded the emergence of Dr. Bukola Saraki as Senate President. Indeed, those circumstances will make it clear that the legislature was on the pathway of independence.
The second group is here with a different agenda. They have an axe to grind with the National Assembly.
They didn't give us our budget clean without any constituency projects. One. Then two, let them open up their books. We want to know what is the National Assembly budget. Three, and most importantly, let them return those cars. They don't need those cars. Our only issue with the Senate is, in this world, if you have a corruption case all over the world, what are you supposed to do? To protect your office, what do? You resign. And let the office, let the court decide if you are guilty or not. If he doesn't want to resign, it's his business. But we feel against the Nigerian ethics. It's against global ethics.
Reacting to the protest, Senate leader Alin Dume described the anti-Saraki protest as a dangerous precedent.
You can't come here and say you are civil right, human rights, this thing. Which human right? Or civil this thing, and then you start saying people should donate and that they should drive these idiots, calling us all sorts of names. You know, it doesn't work that way. There is a democratic process. The only difference in democracy and autocracy and the military is this institution. So when some people come and you people think that it is something that you should even listen to them, it's very unfortunate. Supposing this Senate is occupied, then why is the democracy?
The protests by pro- and anti-Saraki groups continued the following day.
We have views in support of the Senate President, not because we want to support him as a man, but because we believe that events unfolding before the sitting of the court and while the tribunal sitting lasts shows that it is not really a judicial process that is going on at the Code of Conduct Tribunal. It is clearly a political issue, and our greatest worry is that the institution of the judiciary is now being used to do this kind of thing. We've been in this country times where in 2007 the sitting vice president institutions of state were used against him to an extent that he was virtually removed from office, and it was the judiciary that saved democracy then. Our sitting president today, President Muhammadu Buhari, institution of state was used against him in 2003, 2007, 2011 elections, but today he is president. So we will not accept institution of state to be used to intimidate, oppress and persecute any other Nigerian. That notwithstanding, having said that aspect, we also have issues with certain things going on in our country. The fuel queues have lasted for 4 months. Nigerians are now paying for darkness by way of estimated bills. Issues in this country are going up. Prices of commodities in our markets have gone up astronomically, and Nigerians want to speak.
Why is the Senate in a hurry to change laws of the CCB and the Criminal Justice Administrative Act? Well, no, they made the attempt. Yes, they have stepped down on it. Why did they even make the attempt at all? There was no reason for them to make that attempt because it sends out the wrong message. The only thing we say about Saraki is simple. You are a Nigerian, I'm a Nigerian. Let's assume we are all good people. For anybody who holds the office, the third most important office in the country, once there are allegations against you, what are you supposed to do? Give that office respect. He is saying that Danladi Umar, the judge in the CCT, has an EFCC case against him. And so Danladi Umar should what? Resign. Okay, good. That's a good call. But Mr. Senate President, you have multiple cases and you are telling somebody else to resign where you have not resigned.
These are indeed interesting times for Nigeria's parliament. While several protests held sway in the National Assembly, federal lawmakers went ahead with their usual legislative work. Now let's take a look at some of the major activities in the National Assembly during the week.
Where's the driver?
The alleged victim and the man in the center of the storm sitting side by side before the House of Representatives Committee on Interior. The committee is investigating an allegation that Representative Juan Makbo was assaulted by officials of a Nigeria prison service who were in a convoy.
So I had these glasses on. So the moment I wound down the glass, the person by the right-hand side, what I heard was like this: "You prostitute, you useless prostitute, you don't know the meaning of convoy." And at that moment, I guided to make sure, because I wasn't sure whether my glasses was broken, so I guided my glasses to the chair. And in anger, I jumped down from the vehicle. When I jumped down from the vehicle, this one-woman police came to my front and did this. And I said, "No, don't do that. I'm not going to fight, but I just want to know why the man has to slap me or hit me." So as I was coming there, I was saying, "My eye, you slapped me, you hit me. What did I do?" So the same vehicles that had passed now told me, because I came to the front of the car, I said, "No, what did I do? What did you hit me for?" The same man who started the whole thing, who came to bang at my car, told the person, "Reverse back," because I was now in front of the car, "Reverse back and go, don't mind her." And that was how they drove off. So I turned back into the premises to meet with the leadership of the House. Thank you so much.
Her accounts were supported by her driver and her orderly. It was then time to hear from the security officials who were at the gate.
We are not serious, but I saw the time where he put in hand. I don't know what seriously. Just touching like this. But to call him prostitute on my present here, only say I saw him where he put in hand. The time where the glass. When I say but it doesn't slap him. It touch him, glass fall down. That is what he was saying.
And a county followed with a demonstration.
And nothing but the truth. So help me
Officers of the prison service were then placed on oath and they gave their accounts.
I came out of the car. I looked back. My colleague actually came out of the car, who incidentally is not here. And I went back into my car. My orderly will attest to that, because my leg was one leg in, my car one leg out. I didn't speak to Madam. I did not say anything to her.
The officer who was alleged to have committed the assault, however, denied the accusation.
Honorable say you slap her. The security details pointed at you and say you slap her. The driver pointed at you that you slap her. Are you saying that all these people lied against you?
Sir, Mr. Chairman, sir, if you are to look at what everybody is saying there, as I earlier mentioned, the people on ground there are many. I did not slap her. I don't even came down from the vehicle.
The Comptroller General of Prisons made an appeal to the committee.
It is the height of embarrassment that could be given to any Nigerian lady, what is more, a member of House of Representatives. 2, please, honorable members, sometimes some of these boys could be overzealous. As I told you, I had left the presence of the National Assembly at that time. I never knew what happened. But please, whatever it is, try and assist us so that this matter will be resolved amicably. I am one person that is a friend to the National Assembly, and you people have been of help to us. It will be embarrassing at this particular stage that I'll fall out with my people. Please, madam, please.
The hearing lasted for over 4 hours. The committee is expected to submit its report and recommendations to the House of Representatives. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives Committee on Tertiary Education and Services has given a 2-week ultimatum to the Minister of Education, Malam Adamu, to present a final report to the committee on the illegal sack of 13 vice-chancellors of federal universities in Nigeria. The chairman of the committee made this declaration when officials of the Ministry of Education appeared before members to explain the reasons behind the illegal sack. The representatives of the minister, the director, Tertiary Education, and the executive secretary, National Universities Commission, told the committee members that the minister had set up a committee to investigate the sack and the findings be made available to the members of the Committee on Education.
On behalf of the Honorable Minister for his absence, as we were about leaving from the ministry, in fact, to be precise, we were in his office, waiting to come down, to enter our vehicles to this place when he was called to the State House. And we felt we should not wait because we don't know how long that meeting will take. So he directed that we should be here and apologize on his behalf.
As much as possible, we don't mind giving you a maximum of 2 weeks to go and look at all this and hold your consultations. At the end of that 2 weeks, we'll expect you to communicate to us so that we can arrange a meeting for us to come and put this thing forward.